All right, welcome in, everybody. We're live here once again from Pleasant Grove High School in Hawk Gym, where we have another matchup for day 2 of the Pleasant Grove tournament. Day 2 kicked off with a little bit of change of plans, with Liberty Allo kicking things off against a big win with Liberty Allo, and then Pleasant Grove ended up playing Spring Hill in that second game, getting a tight win by 2 points against the Spring Hill Panthers, and then Texas I ended up dropping one to Atlanta earlier today. And ultimately, it brings us to this matchup, another crosstown matchup between the Texas High Tigers and the Pleasant Grove Hawks. I'm Zach Doty, joined up by John Droke, and here we are.
And it's just always so much fun to be in Hawk Gymnasium, Doty. How can you not be fired up to be here? Yeah, pretty good basketball earlier today. That Atlanta-Texas High game, I mean, shootout all the way down to the wire, and Texas High, even with a chance to win it there at the end, they fell by 3 to Atlanta. Maybe could have fouled there in the last few seconds, maybe giving themselves a chance. But regardless, big win there for Atlanta. Rabbits coming away with a big one. Here, the Hawks and the Tigers, as Doty said, another crosstown matchup. Love to see the crosstown matchups here. You know, kind of wish we could see it in football, but beggars can't be choosers. So it's going to be Ethan Jones. Check that. It's going to be Jerron Roden and Marcus Floyd set for the tip. And we're just about underway here at Pleasant Grove. As here we go, tip controlled by the Hawks. It's going to be Keller Hall on the ball. Keller going to hand it off there to Gunlock. Gunlock back Keller. 3 from the corner to open things up. Off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Hawks. It's going to be Tiger basketball. As Pleasant Grove once again coming out in that soft full court press we saw last night against Liberty Allo. Now Crane kicks over corner. Shot denied. Oh, my goodness. What a block from Keedred Smith.
And that was a presence that we didn't see last night. Keedred went down with an injury in that first game, ended up missing last night's game against LE and missed this morning's game against Spring Hill. Coming back out, and we'll see how big of a factor he is. And already with a big block.
And Kelly tried to muscle his way in there for 2. Couldn't get it to go. Now Pleasant Grove on the counter. Fire one up to Mbanu, and he draws first blood here for the Hawks, who take an early 2-0 lead in this one. Now Collins looking to break the pressure, and does. Finds Crane. Now fires the ball in down low. Can't get the shot to go. That was Roden. And now Hall fires one up to Gunlock. Gunlock looking down low for a man. Has it knocked out of his hands by Roden. Pleasant Grove will keep the ball underneath their own basket. A good job of Roden in transition defense to get back and knock that one away. Be Jaden Scales to fire the inbounds for the Hawks. Hawks in a stack formation, getting into Mbanu, almost has it knocked away. And he's going to drive baseline, looking down low for Hall. And they're going to say Hall stepped out of bounds, so it'll be a turnover and Texas High basketball. And pretty fast-paced game here so far, Doty.
Yeah, we saw that in the Texas-Arkansas game, and kind of a slower pace for the most part in PG versus LE. And so we're kind of mixing tempos and seeing how each other plays.
All right, it's going to be Jones, drives middle of the lane and kick it out to the left corner. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound by Kelly, who sticks it back up and in for 2 and ties it up 2 apiece between the Hawks and the Tigers. Now Hall going to slow it down for the Hawks. Man defense for Texas High. Ball tipped out of bounds by Thornton Crane. Hawks will keep it on the near sideline. It'll be Scales set to trigger the inbound. Scales looking for a man, finds Gunlock in the backcourt. Guarded closely by Jones, trying to beat him. Drives it to the lane, dumps it off down low and up for 2 points. Keedred Smith, welcome back. And Smith's going to be a pretty big factor here for the Hawks in this one, Doty.
Absolutely. We were talking about how his size was such a big factor, and missing him last night was beneficial for Liberty Allo as they were able to take advantage with Hall Clark down low in the paint. You know, Mbanu had a great night himself without him, but Kedron Smith adding that size down low is a key factor for sure.
Hawks looking to add to their lead on this possession. Ball almost stolen away by Kelly. Somehow Skates comes up with it and puts one off the glass for 2 more for the Hawks.
Really good job there by Scales.
And a Texas High wild full court pass stolen away by Pleasant Grove. Hall in trouble in the backcourt. Got to give it up. Finds Mbanu. Mbanu going to drive all the way to the basket. Ties up with a Texas High defender. It'll be a jump ball in favor of the Tigers. And Doty, that's 1. Jump ball number 1.
Yeah, I probably want to end up swinging that out to Scales there in the corner. Opportunity for a shot or reset there.
Crane dribbles through 3 defenders there. Going to kick it out. 3 thought about by Roden. And Kelly can't get the shot to go and will be called for the foul on the rebound. It'll be Kelly's first foul, Texas High's first foul of the first quarter, as Pleasant Grove holds on to a 6-2 lead here and a chance to extend their lead on this possession.
And that's really been Texas High's problem all year is foul trouble. You know, we saw it very early in that Arkansas High game. Aaron Kelly ended up fouling out in that game against Atlanta today. And so it's just going to be a matter of keeping him out of foul trouble and keeping everybody on the floor.
Scales couldn't get the tough 2 to go. Good rebound there by Smith. And another jump ball. That's 2, Doty. This one going to be in favor of the Hawks, so they'll keep it underneath their own basket.
Yeah, it looks like Kedron Smith's going to have to come out. Looks like he's got a bloody nose.
So Smith's going to go out for the Hawks.
See Marcus Floyd check in for him.
Pretty good replacement, if you ask me.
Yeah, Marcus Floyd had to do a lot of the weight down low without Kedron this morning against Spring Hill. Had a pretty good performance in that game.
Had a pretty good performance last night against the Leopards as well, as now he's in trouble. Finds Hall. Now it'll be Gunlock. Going to take it himself. A lot of contact there, and they'll get Kelly on his second foul of the first quarter. Team second for the Tigers.
That's a hard one. Gunlock still laying down.
And you got to hope he's all right. And, you know, now Kelly in early foul trouble for the Tigers, and that's not good news for Texas High.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sort of dangerous thing going up there. I mean, you're meeting a defensive tackle up in the air and then coming down hard on the floor. I mean, it's never going to be comfortable. And so as Gunlock's down, we're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll be back after this.
Tired of banking fees and complicated accounts? With State Bank's My Free Checking account, enjoy no minimum balance and 0 monthly fees. Get a free gift just for opening your checking account, because we believe banking should be rewarding. Great for personal accounts and businesses too.
All right, we're back here at Hawk Gymnasium after the injury timeout. Gunlock able to get up and make his first free throw at the line. So really good to see Gunlock up, moving around, and able to hit his free throw there, as in comes Rakeem Ritchie for Keller Hall for the Hawks. And Gunlock knocks down the second. Now another substitution being made by the Hawks. Out goes Gunlock, in comes Javion Butler. Hawks did a good job utilizing the full court press against Liberty Ilo in the loss yesterday night. Really sped them up, forced turnovers. Going to look to do the same against Texas High here tonight.
And that was one of the things that really worked well for Atlanta as well. And there you see another forced turnover. Ball goes out of bounds and goes Pleasant Grove's way.
They do a really good job of cutting off passing lanes and speeding you up in a way you don't want to be sped up. And Scales now brings it across the timeline. Going to give it up to check that, going to give it up to Floyd. Now Ritchie got Jones hanging all over him. Going to try to break the pressure. Kick over. Javion Butler fires his first 3 of the contest. Off the iron, no good. Rebound Ritchie. Now stolen away. Here comes Texas High, and that might be a double dribble, and is. Jaron Roden got just a little bit ahead of himself there. And Hawks going to get the basketball back. Up 8-2 over Texas High with 4:21 left to go in the first quarter. There's Ritchie looking for a screen, not going to use it. Now thinks about using it. Gives it up to Floyd. Floyd trying to muscle his way. Tough shot on the way, can't get it to fall. Rebound fought for. Going to come into the hands of Kelly. And Kelly now in trouble. PG really turning the pressure up in the backcourt. Now here comes Crane. Over to Roden, and he's going to be fouled. I'm going to say on the floor. So it'll be Texas High basketball. First foul of the contest for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, they're going to get Javion Butler on that one. Kind of a reach-in as he was trying to go inside.
Shane Robertson and Jack Serena in now for the Hawks. And Thornton trying to work on the left wing, kind of in trouble, finally finds a man to give it up to. And now AK going to pull one from the right corner, and he hits it. Aaron Kelly for three. Texas High now going to be in a soft full court press. Butler working AK. Check that, working Collins. And now a two-point basket there by Jack Serene on the other end for the Hawks.
And that's going to be key for PG again. I mean, they got a lot of bench depth, and they got a lot of work out of them last night. Being able to get Serene and guys like that to go, it's going to be huge.
Collins was looking down low for AK. It was stolen away by the Hawks, and now we're going to have another foul called against the Tigers. It'll be Hawk basketball in the backcourt. Jack Serene set to fire it in. He'll get it into Ritchie. Tigers providing backcourt pressure. Ritchie beats his man. That's Shears. Now gives it up to Floyd, back to Ritchie. And Texas High really playing smothering defense right now beyond the perimeter. Serene gets a moving screen from Robertson. They'll call it. Got to get your feet set on those screens there, man.
Definitely looked like they had the right idea with it. It's just everything moved a little quick there for Robertson.
A little quick and a little late to that screen. So it'll be Crane now to bring it across the timeline for the Tigers. Dribbles between two people. And a tough shot. He'll be fouled. And send him to the line to shoot two. Foul's going to go against. Did you give it to Butler? Regardless, Crane steps to the line to shoot his first. And free throws, big factor in basketball games, Doty. Got to hit your free throws to win them. And Crane knocks down the first one.
Yeah, and I think that was why that Texas-Arkansas game ended up being so close, was despite Texas High fouling so much and Arkansas High having so many opportunities at the line, Arkansas High just wasn't hitting their free throws. And so it made it close there at the end, and that's kind of been their issues throughout the season so far.
It's Pleasant Grove now looking to break the full court pressure, get it into the hands of Ritchie. And almost trapped in the backcourt, finds Serene at the top of the key. He's going to take it all the way, can't get it to fall. A lot of contact underneath the basket. Ball still being fought for on the ground. Somehow ends up in the hands of Marcus Floyd, and he'll be fouled.
Really good effort there by Floyd. He comes down hard, takes a weird angle on the floor, and then ends up able to get up. Second chance bucket. And
foul going to be assessed to Chase Dixon. His first, team fourth of the first quarter, as Floyd gets that one to rattle around and fall. As AK going to take a seat, get a breather. And Landon Littlejohn will come in for him. Floyd, second free throw. Bank is open.
Bank and a shooter's touch at the line. Definitely in favor of PG there.
Now Littlejohn looking to make his impact felt early. Gives it back up to Collins. Now it's going to be Crane. Back to Littlejohn. Up top to Dixon. Texas High moving the ball around the perimeter right now. Now Collins going to take it to the rack himself. Can't get it to fall. Rebound by Robertson and Pleasant Grove. Here they come. And then Collins picks up a quick foul in the backcourt. And that should be Texas High's fifth of the quarter and send Pleasant Grove to the line to shoot two.
Just a frustration foul there by Collins. You know, he's trying to drive to the rack, trying to make a bucket happen. Doesn't end up happening for him. And just gets frustrated in transition. And throws a foul on Raheem Ritchie, who will take a trip to the line now after that's 5.
And, you know, sometimes that frustration will build up and lead to those fouls. And like you said, that's exactly what we saw right there is Ritchie knocks down his first. So Pleasant Grove having a pretty good night from the line so far. As Scales will come back in, Mbanu will come back in. Out go Jack Serene and Robertson. And into the game for the Tigers, Maddox Jones. As Ritchie knocks down his second. Now Maddox Cedillo into the game for the Hawks as they continue this high-pressure full-court press. Texas High breaks it. Crane, pull-up jumper off the glass and in for 2. Cuts the lead to 5 for the Hawks.
We talked about those mid-range jumpers yesterday. They're kind of a dying breed in basketball now, but it's always pretty whenever you see them.
Mbanu, a little bit of a shoulder or elbow check there. It wasn't called. Gets the 2 points for the Hawks.
We saw a lot of that from Mbanu last night. Definitely want to see his presence down low.
Now a steal from Cedillo, and he'll be hammered on the way up. Give him 2 more free throws for the Hawks. Foul's going to be called against Maddox. No, who was that? Foul's going to be called against Maddox Jones. As first one up and good for Cedillo. As he toes the charity stripe, looking for the second. And can't get it to go. Rebounded by Texas High. And going to be a quick foul over the back called against Marcus Floyd. And now the Hawks, 1 more foul will give Texas High the bonus. This ball now triggered into Shears. Now Crane. Dixon going to drive it in, takes it to the hoop strong, and will draw the foul for the free throws. Foul going to be given to Butler. As Chase Dixon now with a chance for 2 free points. First one rattles around and falls. Minute 02 left to go in the first quarter. 17-10, Hawks out in front. As Dixon tries to cut it to a possible 2-possession game here with this free throw. And rattles around, touches every inch of the rim, but can't get it to go. Dixon almost comes up with his own rebound, now fighting Mbanu for it, and we're going to have a foul called against the Tigers.
There we go on Dixon.
So Dixon picks up another, and Mbanu going to get a chance for more free throws for the Hawks. A lot of free throws here in this first quarter, Doty.
Yeah, both teams at 5 now, so.
I feel like you see a lot more of this now that they've changed the free throw rule a few years back. No longer is the 1-and-1 at 7 and 2 shots at 10.5. It's now 5 fouls and in a quarter, and that's all it takes. As now Texas High looking to move the ball around the perimeter, find an open shot. Ball fought for between Ritchie and Shears, and it's going to be a jump ball. Texas High going to get the favor of the possession arrow. Good effort there by Ritchie.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove faithful loving that effort, in fact, and it's a pretty good stop and a lot of momentum going their way.
Pretty decent crowd here tonight for Pleasant Grove, considering we're right here around Christmas time. As a beautiful up and around layup from Thornton Crane off the glass and in. 35 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Wild pass picked up by Pleasant Grove. A lot of contact. And it'll be a foul and send Santana Maxwell to the line to shoot 2. But how about a timeout? We're going to take a timeout with them. We'll be back here after a word from our sponsors right here on Texarkana Gameday.
Sports injuries can happen anytime, on the field, on the court, and even in your backyard. At Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, we treat sprains, fractures, concussions, and more with fast, compassionate care close to home. We're open 24/7 with on-site imaging like x-rays, ultrasounds, CT scans, and MRI for quick, accurate diagnosis and treatment all in one place. Let us help you get back to the game faster. Visit TexarkanaEmergencyCenter.com for more information.
All right, welcome back here to Hawk Gymnasium. 18-12, your score. Pleasant Grove in front of the Texas High Tigers. We got 31 ticks left to go in the first quarter, and I guess they're going to say it was a jump ball, not a foul, on Cedillo. So Pleasant Grove will keep it in the front court here, as it'll be Scales set to trigger the inbound. Fine gun lock, back to Scales on the left wing. Uses a screen. Good switch there by Landon Littlejohn.
I'll get him with the foul on a push on Scales.
It was a great switch, just a little too much contact there by Littlejohn. Now Scales to extend this one to 8 with a perfect trip here at the line. Takes a few dribbles. First one off the front iron, no good. So have a chance to split a pair here at the charity stripe. Second one goes. 19-12, 23 seconds.
What a great year.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. You may think about playing the last shot here if you're Texas High. Sean Collins going to come back into the game for Littlejohn. It'll be Shears set to fire in the inbounds. Going to give it to Thornton Crane in the backcourt. 13 seconds now. Collins, top of the key. Little crossover move, pulls up from the elbow, off the mark, no good. Rebound fought for, into the hands of Crane, who knocks down the jumper. 19-14, cuts it to 5, and that will do it for the first quarter. Tigers trailing by 5. We'll be right back for second quarter action after a break right here on Texarkana Gameday.
My name is Cedric Harris. I'm here with Swing Lab Baseball Academy on behalf of Randall Glass. We're excited to add to the fabric of this strong baseball community. We're proud to have used Lone Star Heating and Air as our HVAC provider. Lone Star aligns well with our core values of it being a locally owned family business. We know that we're in good hands with Lone Star due to their reliability and expertise, the quality equipment, and the ease of communication in case any breakdowns happen. We know that we'll be able to get things taken care of.
So today we're here at Swing Lab. We just want to let everyone know that we do commercial projects and we'd be glad to help you out. We do offer preventative maintenance programs as well. We've invested in a nice mobile trailer. We can do your rooftop units, your ground units, whatever you may need. So in the future, if you need anything, please give us a call at Lone Star Heating and Air. We would be glad to take care of all your heating and cooling needs.
All right, welcome back to Hawk Gymnasium. 19-14, your score. Pleasant Grove leads the Texas High Tigers after a quarter of action. Myself, John Droke, and Zachary Doty here. A few claymation loving guys. Isn't that right, Doty?
I don't know about all that.
We're going to sit down and watch a claymation film.
Absolutely not. What I do know is that bucket by Thornton Crane to end the first quarter was absolutely massive for the Tigers. A good momentum swing, get good vibes going to the bench, and maybe can carry over here in the second quarter and change the scoreboard.
Going to be the Hawks here to have possession to start off the second quarter. Richie going to give it up to corner, and Banu can't get it to fall. Richie comes away with the rebound for a stick back, and he gets it to fall. Good second effort there by Richie. Now Texas High looking for a response. Collins kicks it out, right corner, Crane, 3 on the way, can't get it to fall. Rebound Texas High. Now Collins, shot denied by Mbanu. And Texas High comes away with the steal, and now we're going to have a jump ball. And check that. We're going to have a timeout called by Texas High, so they'll keep possession coming out of the timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be back after a short break and a word from our sponsors here on Texarkana Gameday.
Craving fajitas but short on time? That's not a problem. Just give us a call and place your order, and we will have them ready for you with no lines or waiting. With same ingredients and the same freshness every day. If life moves fast, so do we. No time to waste. Satisfy your cravings today.
All right, welcome back, everybody, at Hawk Gym. Real quick, want to give a shout-out to my guy, Jeremy Harrell. He asked for a shout-out, so I had to give him a shout-out.
Okay.
Had to give him a shout-out.
Shout out Jeremy Harrell.
Absolutely. Big Texas High guy. Not a basketball guy, not a baseball guy. Strictly football. But proudly supporting the Tigers tonight.
Going to have a foul there against the Hawks. It's going to go to Kedrick Smith after steal by Jaden Scales on a wild pass to the front court. So Sean Collins going to be running point, brings it across the timeline, drives in, takes it himself. Shot denied by Mbanu again. And Mbanu locking down the paint down there for the Hawks, Doty.
Yeah, I mean, he had to really step up last night and be that presence, and he's doing it again here tonight.
Is Texas High. Not Mbanu that time. That was Kedrick Smith on the boards. Now Scales running the other way with it. Can't get it to fall. Now it's going to be Texas High with an opportunity. Coming the other way. Crane, coast to coast, takes it. And it is run and gun basketball right now at Pleasant Grove. Now PG thinking we're going to slow it down a little bit. Smith on the left wing gives it back up top to Scales. He's going to reset the offense. Gets it down low in Mbanu. Nice spin move off the glass and in for two. And Mbanu just everywhere right now on the court.
Absolutely, making his presence known on both sides of the ball.
Now Collins going to give it over. Three thought about by Chase Dixon. And Dixon will bounce the basketball to the back of Scales there. So after the foul, it'll be Texas High basketball underneath their own basket. Aaron Kelly, Jerron Roden, and Ethan Jones back into the game for the Tigers. Box inbounds play. Collins fires it into Kelly. Now up top to Shears. Jerron Roden going to work. Tough jumper on the way. And another block by Mbanu. That's his third. Scales in the corner. Head fakes a three. Now ball almost stolen away. Three on the way. Can't get it to go. And now going to have a foul on Richie on the rebound. So 3 fouls this quarter on the Hawks, none on the Tigers. And that could be pretty big going down the stretch of this second quarter.
Yeah, big swing as far as foul difference goes compared to that first quarter where Texas High quickly got it in foul trouble early.
And it's going to be Dixon, move to the basket, maybe a walk, no call. Now three fired by Jones, and he knocks it down. 23-17, 6-point game, 5:33 to go in the second quarter. Richie pushing the tempo, beating some men. Now Mbanu. Going to kick it up top. Long three from Scales off the mark. And it's going to go out of bounds and be Texas High possession with a chance to further cut into this lead of Pleasant Grove. As back into the game for the Hawks is Keller Hall. Out goes Rakeem Ritchie. Now Hall guarding Collins in the backcourt. Collins going to give it up to AK. Now a kick in the corner to Dixon. Skips it over to Shears. Good ball movement now as it's stolen away by the Hawks. It's Hall. Fast break opportunity. He'll slow it down and kick it back out to Gunlock. And now a tough shot there from Floyd. Gets his own rebound. Second shot on the way. Can't get it go. And who else to finish it? Mbanu. Just an absolutely great first half so far from Mbanu. Is Kelly going to take it to the rack himself? Can't get it to fall. Good rebound by Dixon.
Good effort there to come inside, swing back out to Collins.
Oh, man, Collins needed that one to fall. Mbanu gets the rebound. Here comes Hall. Almost has it stripped away by Dixon. Floyd, kick over to Gunlock. Drives into the paint. Good pass down low to Floyd from Gunlock, and the Hawks get two more. And now we're going to get a timeout from Texas High. We're going to take one with them. 27-17, Hawks with a 10-point lead. We'll be right back after a few messages from our sponsors right here on Texarkana Gameday. right, welcome back here to Hawk Gymnasium. During the break, Gunlock got a steal and 2 more points for the Hawks. As now a 3 on the way from Texas High is good. Jerron Roden knocks down a tray ball. Gunlock trapped as he crosses into the front court. Going to have it knocked out of his hands. Last touch by Gunlock. Texas High basketball. As Javion Butler and Jack Serene into the game now for the Hawks. Out goes Gunlock and Scales. So Texas High looking to erase a little bit of this deficit here on this possession. As it'll be Serene guarding Sean Collins. Collins loses a handle on it. Serene gets on the floor for it. Tie up. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Tigers. Great defense there by Jack Serene to almost force the turnover.
And the Pleasant Grove defense just been swelling them all night.
Absolutely. They're doing a great job of speeding up Texas High. It's a nice inbound pass there. Can't get the shot to go. But Dixon gets it on the stick back. 7-point gain. Butler gets it up to Serene. He'll cross the timeline, right side of the floor. Swings it over, looking for Keller Hall. Just overthrows him. And going to give Texas High another opportunity for points here. It's going to be Crane, right wing, working Hall. Thinks about a pull-up jumper. Going to travel. Another turnover by the Tigers. And it's going to be Hall back over to the screen. Maybe a travel no call. And he throws it right through the legs of Hall. So back possession goes to the Tigers.
You can't trade turnovers for turnovers here, especially if you're Texas High, you know.
You got to find a way to capitalize.
You got to capitalize, exactly.
3 now on the way from Crane. Off the iron, no good. Rebound, Javion Butler. Butler putting some moves on, trying to beat some defenders. Swings it over Hall, head fakes, drives, baseline, trying to get it down low to Smith. Now ball being fought for. And we're going to have a foul called on Marcus Floyd. So a little bit of a scoring drought here for the Tigers and Hawks. As we've seen a few turnovers and a few fouls, nobody able to capitalize off of it yet for either team.
Still no fouls in this quarter so far committed by the Tigers. So if you're Coach Cross, you have to be happy about that, but definitely want to limit these turnovers and capitalize more on this offense. A really good job of getting through that press.
Dixon, that was a great catch there on that pass as Jones just couldn't get it to fall. Now Hall with the ball. Fast break opportunity for points. Going to go up. Can't get it to go. Robertson on the rebound and in for 2. And Hawks extend their lead to 9. Now back into the full court press. It's Butler trying to speed up Crane. Now Dixon gets it in the front court, guarded by Robertson. A little crossover through the legs. Trapped in the corner, has it knocked out of his hands. Last touch by the Hawks. Texas High very thankful to keep possession of it. And you just can't help but be appreciative of this great defense PG's playing right now, Doty.
Yeah, Coach Colvins has to be super excited about what his team's been able to do so far.
Collins on Serene now. Now Crane dumps it down low to the rack. No good is the shot by Roden, and Pleasant Grove comes away with the rebound. Serene almost has it knocked out of his hands. Comes up with it, gets it to Butler in the front court. Now Robertson going to drive baseline. Good defensive slide there by Collins, but no matter, Hawks get 2 points regardless.
And that all starts with Keaton Smith able to get that ball out of that trap underneath their own goal. Able to do that allows Pleasant Grove to get work down the court and take advantage of outnumbered play.
And 3 points on the way there, no good from Dixon. And now Pleasant Grove trying to extend this lead. Hall picks up his dribble, has a man all over him, skips it over to Serene on the left wing. Now he dumps it down low to Robertson, almost loses a handle on it. Now going to take a tough 2 off the iron, no good. Rebounded by Roden. Good look there, just couldn't get it to fall for Robertson. Collins working serene, has it knocked out of his hands, ends up in the hands of Jones. Shot on the way off the mark. And now Pleasant Grove looking to bust it open here. Smith works, shot, maybe a foul not called. There was a lot of contact on that take from Smith. And now a little sorcery on the other end by Crane, and he finishes it with a three. Beautiful ball handling by Crane, and he says, hey, watch this. Bang!
That was nasty.
We got a timeout on the court. We'll take it with him. 33-25 Hawks in front of the Tigers. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Texarkana Game Day.
For over 20 years, Hoover Stone and Stucco has been building and restoring exteriors that last. And now that same expert knowledge powers Hoover Soft Wash. We understand how stone, stucco, brick, and siding are built, so we know exactly how to clean them the right way. No high-pressure damage, just safe, professional soft washing that protects your home or business. Trust the team that knows exteriors inside and out. Hoover Stone and Stucco, Hoover Soft Wash. Experience built in.
All right, welcome back here to Hawk Gymnasium. 33-25 Pleasant Grove in front of Texas High right now. 34 ticks left to go in the first half, and Pleasant Grove has the ball with 92 feet of court to go. Ball's going to be inbounded from Gunlock. Now Gunlock's going to get it back from Hall. Texas High was looking for the trap at half court, and it's going to go off of the foot of Justin LeMay. Pretty amazing foot right there.
Love it, he's saying.
Hall now has it deep in the front court. Little bounce pass over to Gunlock, fires a three, can't get it to go. Rebound fought for, comes up into the hands of Texas High. Crane, good pass. Justin LeMay for two. Amazing. Gunlock almost has it swatted. Good take there by Gunlock to get it over the hand of the Texas High defender, and that will be how we close out the first half. Your score, 35-27, Pleasant Grove holding on to an 8-point lead. We're going to take a break, let you listen to some words from our sponsors, and we'll be back for second half action here in just a little while here on Texarkana Game Day.
Texarkana, it's game day, and Lost Pizza is ready to feed the fans. From thick crust to thin, we make our dough fresh every single day and top it with all the flavors your crew loves. We are locally owned, locally operated, and proud to support our community in everything we do, from school spirit nights to hometown fundraisers. Dine in, take out, or order online. We're always ready for kickoff. Lost Pizza Company, Texarkana. Fueling game day the local way.
Diamond Bank walks with its customers through every step of life, side by side. From the first checking account in high school to the first home or business loan, Diamond Bank is committed to helping you with all of your financial needs. Diamond Bank's growth is the result of the growth of our customers, and we want to help you feel that same growth. We are proud to have the ability to give back to our local school districts, community organizations, veterans, customers, and more in a multitude of ways. Come discover the Diamond Bank difference with local people making local decisions for our local community. Stop by our current location in Texarkana at 5714 Richmond Road or visit us online at www.diamond.bank to see our products and services. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We got the best front end alignment machine guys here, and we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Willett. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
Meet Tony Langford Roofing, your trusted name in roofing solutions. Decades of experience and top-notch service. Passionate about your home safety, we treat every roof like our own. From repairs to full installations, we've got your home covered. Upgrade your roof with our variety of styles and materials. For roofs that last long, choose Tony Langford Roofing. We've got you covered.
Texarkana College is a great place to start your future. Be workforce ready in 2 years or less, or start college and high school with dual credit. Texarkana College, a great place to start or start over.
At Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital, we provide fast and compassionate emergency care for all ages. From cardiology to pediatric to outpatient imaging, our board-certified physicians are dedicated to exceptional care when you need it most. Our on-site laboratory offers full diagnostic testing, including MRIs, X-rays, CT scans, and ultrasounds, allowing for comprehensive care in one location. Conveniently located off Calhoun Creek Road, open 24/7, we're ready to help you feel better faster. Visit TexarkanaEmergencyCenter.com today.
Start your day with seamless transactions. Add your State Bank card to your device's digital wallet and enjoy the convenience of tap-and-go payments. Easy, secure, and thankfully at your fingertips. Simplify your day with State Bank's digital wallet. Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Hey, I'm Josh Charette, project manager with 2B Builders. We're a local GC here in Texarkana. We have Lone Star out here doing our heating and AC. They do a good job for us. We really appreciate the customer service that they provide. I know that at Lone Star Heating and Air, I can always call Matt or Dave, their head commercial HVAC guy, and they will always pick up the phone when I need them. And that's a big thing when we're working out here on these commercial projects. Usually when we're in a bind, we need something and we need it pretty quickly, and we can rely on Lone Star for that.
All right, welcome back here to Hawk Gymnasium. About 5 minutes left of halftime, 35-27. Hawks out in front of the Tigers. And been a pretty good game so far. I think probably what I've taken away from it, Mbanu, an absolute force down there on the defensive side of the ball, and doing a pretty good job of getting points for the Hawks, too. He does a great job on that little spin move he does down there of creating opportunities. Dodie, what have you seen so far?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of the same. We haven't got to see Kedra a whole lot. You know, he came out with because of that nosebleed there for a little bit in between at the end of the first quarter and beginning of the second quarter, but since he came back, he's been a presence, and we saw him get that block shot and him come down low for a bucket as well. But, I mean, once again, it's just the depth of Pleasant Grove and how big of a rotation they're able to have and key pieces that they're able to put in, and guys that just, you know, you don't really lose anything whenever somebody comes out, and Coach Colvins is very comfortable going to his bench, and you know, we saw yesterday he almost relied on them more than the starters because of how hot that they were in certain areas.
Yeah, you know, it does help being able to put fresh legs in there as often as Pleasant Grove is able to do. Probably not a lot of teams that they're going to match up with as the season goes on that's able to do that. I think a big point of emphasis for Texas High, though, they are without Adam Orr tonight.
Yeah. Adam, I believe, has some sort of broken fingers, something is wrong in his fingers. He had it kind of taped up in that Texas-Arkansas game that we saw. He battled through it, but has had a bigger brace on those two middle fingers on his left hand, and it has it wrapped today. And so definitely want to get that healed up. Definitely don't want to take anything and risk it, you know, at this point of the year with district coming up in about a month or so. And so definitely want him healthy for that and to make a big run in that. And, you know, last year they made big improvements in district, and they're looking to continue that same momentum.
I think Orr will be a big difference maker for the Tigers. I mean, he played a huge role in that Arkansas High game, keeping it as close as Texas High did, and really an opportunity to win that game. You know, we touched on Arkansas High, a lot of missed free throws that night, and Texas High just couldn't find a way to capitalize in overtime, but good game nonetheless. We've seen a lot of good basketball up to this point in the season. Got a big 12-3 Redwater over there in Redwater, Texas. How about that?
Yeah, they ended up hosting a tournament over there. They got some good wins over there for themselves. There's some good competition in there. Teams that are always, highly competitive. Arkansas High was over there, and was very competitive in that tournament as well. And we've had this tournament here at Pleasant Grove. We had Hoop Fest last week,
fun.
and so there's been a lot of really good basketball in the area. Texas High is going to host a tournament, I believe, a couple weeks or so at their place again, and with some more local teams. And so it's been really fun and been really good to see some good basketball around the area, really getting in the swing of things now that football's starting to wrap up around here. And
man, it is sad that football has come to an end. Great football season. Texas High had a great year. Pleasant Grove had a great year. Both came up just a little bit short. Pleasant Grove coming up short against Carthage. Gave them all they wanted there for about a half. That second half started off with 2 turnovers, and it was kind of all downhill from there for the Hawks. But, I mean, 1 loss on the year?
2.
2 losses on the year for the Hawks. Pretty good season. Texas High came up just short in Royce City.
Yeah, has a chance for their only 2 losses on the year to be the state champions.
Yes.
So, I mean, definitely nothing to hang your head down on.
And that Midlothian team, nothing to hang your head about if you're Texas High. I mean, we watched them earlier in the year beat Texas High at home. And then, I mean, Texas High was in it till the very last play there. Just couldn't get the connection on the pass from Cam Reitner to – you remember who he was targeting down there in the corner of the end zone?
It was either Booney or Chavante. I can't quite remember. I remember we were wanting calls and we weren't getting them.
Yeah. Some would call it the Royce City robbery there.
Royce City robbery.
Royce City robbery. Action just about ready to get back underway here for the second half. It's going to be Pleasant Grove to start off with it as they look to extend their lead. It's going to be Scales to trigger it in the backcourt. As we are underway, Gunlock going to be running the point. Texas High and a man defense. Now it's Hall working Jones. Looking for a screen. Gets one. Now a 3 on the way. Can't get it to go. That was Smith looking for 3. And now it's going to be Collins pushing the tempo. Swings it over. Now a 3 on the way from Jones. Good! Texas High cuts into the lead. Big 3-pointer there by Jones. And now Gunlock going to have it on the left side. Swings it back up top to Scales. Looking down low. Somehow finds Mbanu, who finds the backboard for 2. Risky pass there from Scales to Mbanu, but it works out for Pleasant Grove. Crane going to give it up to Jones now. Now right corner. Roden gives it down low to AK. Almost loses a handle on it. Looking for help somewhere. Ball tipped by Mbanu. It's going to fly into the backcourt. And Hall gets to it. And Hall's going to take it to the rack. And he's going to be fouled on his way there. Excellent effort by Hall to get that ball from going out of bounds and then turn it into a foul underneath the basket.
Yeah, you said it, just incredible effort. Thornton Crane was expecting it to just casually roll out of bounds after it was tipped by Mbanu, just going to let it happen. And then Thornton Crane, or just comes up, not Crane, excuse me, Hall, Keller Hall, comes over and just gets an incredible read on it, takes it to the bucket, and a chance for 2 points at the line.
And he converts the first to extend it back out to an 8-point game for the Hawks. And toes the line for his second, looking to go perfect here on this trip. Second one on the way, and he is perfect on this trip. So 9-point game now. Texas High looking for a response. They find Sean Collins in the middle of the court. He's going to drive. Thinks about taking himself. Good defense there by Smith to knock it out of his hands. And now a 3 by Crane from the top of the key. Off the backboard, no good. Mbanu going to tie up with it, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Tigers, so they're going to get another crack at it here. It's going to be Collins set to fire the inbound. Finds Crane on the right wing. Head fakes. Thinks about driving baseline. Now will spin move. Tough shot on the way. He gets it to go. Crane, 5 points to open up this third quarter for him.
I love seeing Thornton Crane's confidence throughout this game. You know, it started with that big shot there at the end of the first quarter. A great possession in the second quarter.
Scales says, I want to crack at three, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Smith, and he's going to be fouled by Sean Collins. Collins starting to rack up a few fouls now. He's got to be careful. So 2 fouls now by the Tigers. None yet committed by the Hawks. There's a quick pass into Smith, in for 2, and I think they caught the Tigers sleeping on that one, Doty.
Absolutely did.
Jones now. He's going to slow it down. Kick it to Collins. He's going to drive to a wide open lane. Kicks it down low to Kelly for 2. Good court awareness there by Sean Collins and a great finish by Kelly.
A great find. We saw that was kind of the kryptonite all night last night for Pleasant Grove. Let's see if Texas High kind of takes advantage of that more.
And Scales has Tigers hanging all over him on the way to the basket. I believe they're going to assess that one to Roden and do. So Tigers now with their third foul of the third quarter, and we got 5:46 left to go in the third. Slew of subs in now for the Tigers. As it's going to be Scales to inbound the basketball. Looking down low, ball fought for, somehow ends up back in the hands of Scales. Now Hall to Mbanu. Gunlock finds his man down low in Scales, who finishes through the contact and one. Beautiful ball movement down in the paint by the Hawks. And now Scales at the line with a chance to make it a double-digit game. And his shot strips the cotton. 44-34, 5:34 left to go in the third quarter. It's going to be Crane. Good ball handling once again by Crane. As now he's in some trouble. He's going to have it knocked out of his hands by a Hawk defender. Now a 3 on the way from Texas High. Off the mark, no good. That was Scales who knocked it out of the hands of Crane. And now it's going to be Texas High basketball after the foul.
Foul on the floor, I believe, on Mbanu, so kind of keep an eye on his fouls as well as AK, who's out there now.
Good ball movement by the Tigers as another one fired up there from Crane. Couldn't get it to go. And now Pleasant Grove pushing the tempo. Good pass up to Hall. Hall bounce pass down low, shot denied by Aaron Kelly. Scales was looking for 2. Kelly said not today. Now Crane passes one over to the corner. That's Shears, thinks about a 3. Now going to kick it back up top. Dixon, long 3, contested. Rattles around, won't fall. Ball last touched by Mbanu, so possession will stay with the Tigers. As Rakeem Ritchie coming back into the game. Out goes Gunlock. It'll be Dixon set to fire the inbound. Finds Deion Shears. Now Aaron Kelly. Right wing, Dixon. Drives baseline. Shot on the way. Blocked by Mbanu. He is the shot stopper today. Crane can't get the second chance opportunity to go. Mbanu fights for a hard rebound. Now here come the Hawks. And Scales, basket won't count. They're going to get Keedred Smith on the offensive push-off, I believe.
Looks like they caught a charge on Keedred.
Was it a charge?
That was the motion that was made.
So big chance for points there from the Hawks. Snuffed off the board after the foul. Texas High fortunate for that one. Crane skips it across the court. Now it's going to be a 3 on the way from Adarius Carr. Off the back iron, no good. Falls into the hands of Scales. And now Ritchie trying to keep the ball in bounds. Can't keep a handle on it. It'll be Texas High basketball. Another fortunate break for the Tigers. As Pleasant Grove, I think, really getting in a hurry and getting excited when they get the basketball in their hands, Doty.
Well, Scales had to stop his dribble there at midcourt, was kind of stuck in a weird place, try to get it to Ritchie out in front of him, and then kind of a tough pass with Thornton Crane right there defending. Ends up going off of Ritchie's knee and goes out of bounds.
Shears guarded by Scales deep in the backcourt. And give it up to Carr. Carr thinks about driving lane. Now kicks it back out. 3 on the way from Shears. Can't get it to go. Mbanu has it knocked out of his hands. Now the ball's being fought for. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Hawks. We'll take one with them. 44-34, Pleasant Grove out in front of Texas High. We'll give you a few quick words from our sponsors here on Texarkana Game Day.
Tired of banking fees and complicated accounts? With State Bank's My Free Checking account, enjoy no minimum balance and 0 monthly fees. Get a free gift just for opening your checking account, because we believe banking should be rewarding. Great for personal accounts and businesses too.
All right, welcome back here to Hawk Gymnasium. 44-34, Pleasant Grove out in front of the Texas High Tigers. Timeout was called by Pleasant Grove. They needed a minute to breathe and think about what they wanted to do here. And it's going to be PG basketball. And Tigers coming out in a full court press. Ball fired in to Floyd. A lot of pressure on him. Ball thrown away. Picked up by Dixon. Now he's going to give it up to Shears. Shears puts a nice move on his defender, and now Dixon almost ties up down low. Ball somehow ends up in the hands of Collins. Now a 3 on the way from Dixon. Bang! He got it. Chase Dixon. And now just a blown defensive transition there by the Tigers, and that's an easy 2 points for Kedrid Smith. Dixon now working his man. Kicks it up top to Collins. Kick over. 3 on the way. Nope, just kidding. Head fake from Shears. As now it's Justin LeMay in the left corner being smothered by Marcus Floyd. And that pass is looking to go back to LeMay, and it's going to go all the way out of bounds. Last touch by the Hawks. Good effort to get on the floor there by Kedrid Smith. Carr had the right idea hitting LeMay on that cutter. I just don't think it was there. I think the Hawks were too compact on defense.
Yeah, I think that passing lobe was just a little too tight.
Justin LeMay going to check back out. Back in comes Thornton Crane for the Tigers as Dixon finds Crane in on the inbound. And he's being smothered in the backcourt by Ritchie and Hall. Finally gives it up to Collins, who keeps a handle on it, drives it to the basket on the reverse, and in for 2. What a move, Sean Collins. 46-39, Texas High's cut into the lead. Ritchie takes it himself, a lot of contact down low. They're going to say that was a clean block by Thornton. And Pleasant Grove faithful not happy with that one. PG will retain possession. Scales finds Hall. Guarded closely by Chase Dixon. Now gives it up to Floyd. Tough shot on the way. Can't get it to go. And they're going to say last touched by the Tigers. I thought Smith was the last one to get a piece of that one. So good break there for the Hawks. Ball fired back into Hall. And he's going to hand it off to Rakeem Ritchie and slow down the pace of this basketball game just a little bit. 2:16 to go. 46-39, and a tough move to the basket there by Smith, and he'll be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. So pace starting to pick up a little bit here in this one. Been a great tournament so far, Doty. I mean, we've had some great games all the way through. Texas High and Atlanta, really fun one to watch earlier. As first one off the mark, no good by Smith.
Yeah, Atlanta had C.J. Whaley come back, the D1 athlete in football, really making his presence known in basketball, coming back today, and a really impressive performance by him, as well as a 30-point performance by Gilbert.
Ritchie now head fake, gives it back up. Hall, 3 from the top of the key, off the mark, no good. Pleasant Grove with another offensive rebound, though. Scales, step back, mid-range jumper. Can't get it to go. Mbanu now fighting for it and gets the tip in. And Texas High is going to have to do a lot better as they throw it away here on the inbound. All the way to the rack. Can't get it to go. And Scales going to be fouled on the second chance opportunity. And Texas High has got to do a better job on boxing out and getting defensive boards right now, Doty.
But, I mean, like we said, it's always going to be tough there with Keidred Smith and Marcus Floyd down there, just with size differential. But, you know, you have AK, you have Chase Dixon, you have Sean Collins down there. You definitely want to see those guys fighting for him. But, you know, just a really good job boxing out and fighting down low.
And good court awareness there. Marcus Floyd intercepted that pass and almost took it all the way for 2 himself. As Scales goes 2 for 2 on that trip, and just like that, it's an 11-point game. Collins loses the handle. It's stolen by Hall. 2 more points for the Hawks. Texas High is having a nightmare. Collins looking to break this drought that Texas High has. He finds AK, who gives a good head fake and finally gets the Tigers back in the scoring column.
And it's just more of that by Texas High, increasing the pace of play. Whenever they slow down, it feels like things kind of get a little too clunky for them.
And it's a lot like what we saw against Liberty Ilo yesterday, is a long 3 from Scales off the mark. Pleasant Grove, from what we've seen so far, they do a great job of speeding you up in the backcourt and forcing you to make mistakes and turnovers, which ultimately leads to points for them or a foul on you.
And it's points like those that we just saw there that is what kind of ate up Pleasant Grove last night. If they can get more points like that down low, just making those hard cuts underneath the basket, that can be the bread and butter for Texas High to come back in this one.
Well, Crane is the guy I think you want to have the ball in his hands right now for Texas High. He's been having a pretty good night. Can't get that one to go. And now Pleasant Grove going the other way. 2-on-2 opportunities. Scale says, I'll take it myself, and I'll put it in myself for 2. Now Texas High breaks the full court press. Aaron Kelly swings over to the corner. Now Shears. Back up top, Sean Collins, long 3 on the way. Rattles around, won't fall. Kelly gets the rebound, sticks it back up, and gets it to go. 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 54-43, Hawks out in front. Hall breaks the pressure. Good bounce pass to Mbanu, and he's going to be fouled by Sean Collins, I believe.
I think that's a smart foul there by Collins. I think he recognized what was about to happen, so go ahead and get the foul underneath and handle it from there. But
Collins, I believe, has 4 fouls, so he's got to be really careful. Is Mbanu going to go to the line? Try to tack on a few more points here for the Hawks. And first one was good. I think you're right, Doty. I mean, sometimes you got to give a foul up to stop momentum of your opponent, and I think that was the perfect time to do it because you don't want Pleasant Grove to start blowing this thing out of hand, and then you look up in the fourth quarter and it's too little too late. And his second one was not good for Mbanu. Texas High with the rebound. It's going to be Aaron Kelly working right side, trying to muscle his way through, and they're going to get him on the offensive foul. They'll say Kelly extended the elbow. So tough break for Kelly and the Tigers. Pleasant Grove will get it back. Texas High now in a full court press. Ball's fired into Mbanu on the left side.
Yeah, that was the same official that called the same thing on Keidred earlier, so it's not surprising to see it called on both sides.
And what a take by Mbanu, as he had Chase Dixon all over him. And I believe a technical was just assessed to the coach from Texas High. And I think that's a second one, and he's gone. So not happy with the contact on Dixon after the basket. And that'll be an early exit. And Pleasant Grove, their faithful, are just loving it. So, you know, sometimes the emotions get a bit out of hand when you're in a crosstown game, Doty. And I think that might be what we just saw.
Yeah, and, you know, for Coach Cross, it's kind of been boiling over all day for him. He got into it with the referee earlier in today's game against Atlanta, and, you know, it's just frustration tends to boil over whenever things don't go your way, and especially whenever you're putting it in the hands of referees. You know, we've seen fouls be big factors in all the games that they've played so far, and so
Coach Cross will not be on the sideline for the remainder of the game. As Scales' first 2 free throws, he split, hits his first one of this pair, and Pleasant Grove is going to get the ball back after this, Doty. So huge swing in momentum and on the scoreboard as Scales goes 3 for 4 on his trips.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to see Coach Jody Aubrey take over as far as coaching duties go. We have assistant coach Quan Hampton on the bench as well.
All of a sudden, it's a 17-point game, and a 3 there at the buzzer. No good by Scales. At the end of 3, your score, 60-43, Pleasant Grove with a commanding lead. We'll get a few words from our sponsors and be right back here on Texarkana Gameday.
My name is Cedric Harris. I'm here with Swing Lab Baseball Academy on behalf of Randall Glass. We're excited to add to the fabric of this strong baseball community. We're proud to have used Lone Star Heating and Air as our HVAC provider. Lone Star aligns well with our core values of it being a locally owned family business. We know that we're in good hands with Lone Star due to their reliability and expertise, the quality equipment, and the ease of communication in case any breakdowns happen. We know that we'll be able to get things taken care of.
So today we're here at Swing Lab. We just want to let everyone know that we do commercial projects and we'd be glad to help you out. We do offer preventative maintenance programs as well. We've invested in a nice mobile trailer. We can do your rooftop units, your ground units, whatever you may need. So in the future, if you need anything, please give us a call at Lone Star Heating and Air. We would be glad to take care of all your heating and cooling needs.
All right, welcome back here to Hawk Gymnasium. If you're just now joining us, Coach Cross was ejected from the game on a double technical. Coach Aubrey will fill in for the remainder of the contest. Pleasant Grove been on a pretty good run here. We're on a great run to finish out the third quarter, and they have the ball to start the fourth, as it's going to be Richie who breaks the pressure in the backcourt, beats his man, going to take it all the way and be fouled by Aaron Kelly and send him to the line to shoot 2. And Texas High just can't catch a break right now, Doty.
And 10 seconds in, and you're already starting kind of in foul trouble again to begin the fourth quarter now. And AK himself, I believe that's his 5th foul as well, so he's going to have to go. And
also keep a watch on Sean Collins. I believe he's in pretty big foul trouble as well with 4. So in comes Roden for Aaron Kelly as Rakeem Ritchie toes the line for a pair of free throws. Pretty good game so far for Thornton Crane for the Texas Tigers, wouldn't you say, Dodie?
Yeah, he had some big points there at the end of that first quarter into the second quarter and kind of started off the third quarter pretty good as well. Definitely hasn't lacked confidence and continued taking shots. And, you know, it's just for Texas High, they either fall or they don't.
So Richie splits a pair of free throws. Ball's going to be tipped off the fingers of Mbanu. So Texas High will get the basketball. Crane fires it in to Collins. Pressured by Scales in the backcourt. He'll break it. Has 4 guys around him. Gives it back up to Crane. Good head fake. Kick out. Collins, 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Shears. Shears being trapped in the corner, looking for a man down low. Somehow ends up into the hands of Jerron Roden, and he puts it up for 2 for the Tigers. So good recovery down low by Roden. As Richie, now guarded by Shears, gets a screen. Kick over, corner. Scales, 3. He's going to be fouled and get 3 shots. And, man, Pleasant Grove has had a lot of trips to the line here tonight, Doty.
Yeah, second already of the quarter. You know, we saw them kind of hold back from it in that second quarter, and, you know, that's where it never felt like things were kind of going right their way, only being down 8 at the half, and then got in foul trouble again to start the third, and here we are in the fourth already at 2.
It's just kind of spiraled from there.
And that's just kind of been their Achilles heel all season from everything that we've seen, is just maintaining foul troubles. And
good news is it's early, so you still have plenty of time to clean it up and find your mid-season form later on down the road, as Scales goes 2 for 3 on that trip from the line. Texas High in desperate need of an answer on this possession. It's going to be Collins. Good pass down low, and the foul. Jerron Roden finishes through contact.
And there it is. It's those cuts underneath that have worked so well for opposing teams against the Pleasant Grove Hawks. And it's just like if you're able to get those little bounce passes underneath the goal and kind of capitalize, you know, it definitely feels like it's working a lot better. And like we mentioned, whenever Texas High kind of has that fast pace and able to run through it, they're able to have better success. But whenever they start slowing the tempo down, things start to get a little bit more clunky. They start losing possessions, and you know the ball handling starts dwindling. And so it's just a matter of capitalizing on your speed. And we saw that whenever they played Arkansas High. You know, they played with a lot of tempo, and they had success in it. You know, and it led to some foul trouble, and so maybe that was part of the reasoning. And that is that you want to reduce foul troubles, you slow the tempo. But you know, we're still seeing sort of the same results here.
So it'll be Rakeem Ritchie on the ball. On the right wing, gets a screen. Now he's guarded by Collins. Collins doing a good job moving his feet, keeping his man in front of him. Good pass, though, by Ritchie, and we'll get a foul. And it was Smith who was fouled. I believe they're going to give that to Thornton Crane.
Yeah, I guess they're going to call that an over the back on Thornton Crane, or a push on him, or something of the nature. But it looked like he got him clean.
I thought so as well. And Smith's first one thunks off the back iron. Back into the game for the Tigers, Justin LeMay. It's always fun to see Justin LeMay out there, man. Second one good for Smith. 64-48, Hawks in the driver's seat right now. As Crane looking to break the full court pressure himself. Good turnaround shot off the glass, no good, but he will be fouled and go to the line to shoot two. Foul going to go against Butler of the Hawks.
I believe he's in foul trouble as well.
I believe so. I think that's his third or fourth. So Crane, first one, can't get it to fall. So he'll reset and try again on his second attempt. Second one is good. A little more oomph in the legs that time from Crane. Now Rakeem Ritchie. No reason to be in a hurry scoring here if you're Pleasant Grove. Just kind of bleed this clock down, get good looks. No reason to force up any shots you don't have to. As dangerous pass down low, ball being fought for, ends up in the hands of Crane. And now back into the hands of the Pleasant Grove Hawks, and Jaden Scales puts up an easy two. And just a very unfortunate turnover as Scales gets another steal. Scales, outstanding performance right now. And now a three from Butler. Can't get it to go. Ritchie gets the offensive board. Dangerous pass back to Butler. He comes up with it. And he's going to have his shot denied. Chase Dixon says, get that out of here. And Texas High looking to finish on the other end. Going to have a foul called against Kedrid Smith. And what a block by Dixon that was.
Yeah, it's quite something. It was absolutely needed by Texas High to kind of change it around the momentum for sure.
Dixon said, Mbanu, I've been watching you do it all day. I can do it too. So Texas High have it underneath their own basket. Going to fire it into LeMay. LeMay works inside, kicks it out. Dixon, three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Mbanu.
You got it.
I'll get it right here in a second.
You got it.
Ball was knocked out of bounds by Dixon. Good effort by him to get a hand on it. So it'll be Ritchie. Brings it right wing, guarded by Dixon. Dumps it down low to Smith. Smith working his man. Blocked again! This time by Jerron Roden. Shears kicks it over. Three on the way. Bottom! Landon Littlejohn. Tray ball.
Tigers looking to make a comeback here. 5 minutes left here in this quarter. They're not out of it just yet.
Now good pass down low to Mbanu. Can't get it to go. Finds into the hands of Ritchie. Rattles around and falls. Texas High going to have to start pushing the pace of this one now. They skip it over to Shears. And ball knocked out of his hands by Pree. Now they give it up to Ritchie. And he's just going to lay it up and in for two. Good transition offense there by the Hawks. Chase Dixon working the left wing. gives it over to Roden. Now finds LeMay on the right wing. Shears, head fakes a three. Kicks it out to Landon Littlejohn. Now ball on the ground, lost by the Tigers, and we're going to have a tie-up going to the floor. Possession arrow favors the Hawks.
I think Roden had the right idea trying to drive inside, just a little bit too many bodies inside there. Got caught up in the legs and ended up creating a turnover.
Just an unfortunate break there for Roden because, like you said, I think it was the right idea. I mean, the lane opened up for him. He just lost the handle on the basketball. As it's going to be Butler working Jones now. Drives it to the right corner, working baseline. He's going to step out of bounds, so a turnover by the Hawks gives the ball back to the Tigers.
Great defense there by Jones, forcing Butler to make some tough decisions, ends up out of bounds, and goes back the Tigers' way.
Kedrick Smith, any experience at center? He just snapped a beautiful ball between his legs. I don't know if you saw that.
Not that I know of. As far as I know, that he is straight defensive end.
Just defensive end. Well, he better not let his football coaches see that. Coach Gibson might try him out at center. Or long snapper, man. I mean, he snapped that one from half court all the way perfectly into the officials' hands on the baseline.
Eli Haltom going to Arkansas next year. They're going to need a new long snapper. Maybe Kedrick Smith takes those jobs.
Crane has it knocked out of his hands. Now the ball on the floor. Somehow it ends up back in the hands of Crane. Good pass down low to Littlejohn. Can't get it to go. And now Texas High fighting over the ball with themselves. Mbanu now pushing the tempo the other way. Good pass down low to Smith, and he puts it in for two. And Pleasant Grove is having a time right now. Crane breaks the trap in the backcourt. Gets through two more defenders. Gives it up. Chase Dixon takes it himself. Blocked at the rim. Denied. And now the too small signal given by Kedrick Smith. Mbanu has it knocked out of his hands. And there's Smith out of nowhere. The block and the bucket. Chase Dixon looking for an answer on the other side of the floor. And we're going to have a timeout called now by Coach Aubrey. Your score, 74-52. Hawks with a commanding lead. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors here on Texarkana Game Day. Welcome back here to Hawk Gymnasium. Hawks currently on cruise control, 74-52, 3 minutes, 10 seconds. But don't count the Tigers out just yet. Crazy things happen, man. I have seen some crazy basketball games in my day, so until that clock hits 000, it's not over. I'd like to thank you for tuning in tonight to the stream. We appreciate you guys supporting us, every one of you, for that matter. Without you, we'd really be useless, wouldn't we, Dodie?
Yeah.
So it'll be Texas High basketball coming out of the timeout. They'll get it into Crane on the left corner. Now it's going to be Maddox Jones is in the game now. Justin LeMay. And now ball out of the hands of Dixon. He gets it back, throws a tough one up off the glass, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Serene. And now Butler will bring it down the floor for the Hawks. Now Butler's going to bring it out, set the offense up, maybe get a screen from Jack Serene. Now finds a beautiful bounce pass to Serene, who finishes it. And that's just good old-fashioned pick-and-roll basketball there, Doty. As Justin LeMay now ties up in the backcourt. And they'll say jump ball, possession arrow favoring the Tigers. There's a lot of contact there from Kedrick Smith. As now into the game for the Hawks, Shane Robertson and Maddox Cedillo. Crane now brings it across the timeline for the Tigers. Step back jumper is good. Way to revive the mid-range jumper. Thornton Crane.
Honestly, Thornton Crane take nothing but mid-range jumpers. He's incredible at those.
Hey, man, somebody's got to do it. Butler, tough jumper of his own on the other end. Crane comes away with a rebound. 2:08 left to go in this one, 76-54. Hawks out in front. And Sean Collins thinks about a long three. Now going to take it to the basket himself and somehow gets that one to go through 2 defenders. Collins really good at creating those opportunities for himself driving to the paint, Doty.
Yeah, slowly but surely.
Now Butler beats his man, kicks it out. Head fake there from Pre. Now he'll take a tough one from behind the backboard and gets it to go. Coach is saying, no, no, no. Good shot, man. That'll be Crane. Gives it up to Collins. Back to Crane on the left wing. Thinks about a long three. Now pulls it just short. And now Serene going to bring it the other way. Has Collins on him. Going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2. You know, if there was ever one thing I was taught from my coaches back in Tennessee when I played basketball in high school, never take a shot behind the backboard. But if you're going to do it, you better hit it.
Absolutely. Pretty little fadeaway down the baseline behind the board. I mean, as tough as they come.
Everything's pretty much going Pleasant Grove's way right now. When you're making shots like that, it helps.
I believe Sean Collins just fouled out, and so we'll see Little John check in for him.
So Collins had a heck of a game. Probably will not see him, or we will not see him for the remainder of this contest.
Dixon's going to check out as well for Roden.
First free throw by Serene, no good. As he'll toe the line for his second. Gets that one to strip the cotton. 79-56, just over a minute to go in this one. As Crane has it on the right wing. Long three off the mark there for Maddox Jones. And Pleasant Grove fans have ignited into maybe a few air ball chants over there, Doty.
Hey, Idarius Carr is all smiles, though.
He knows it's all love of the game, man.
Yeah. He's figuring why not at this point.
Butler just handing the ball off in the backcourt to Pre. Pleasant Grove probably just going to try to run this one out if they can. Serene working Little John. Loses a handle on it out of bounds. Give it back to the Tigers.
Hey, Little John's not stopping here.
Hey, Little John has come in and given some great effort here for the Tigers in the second half. Is Crane going to work Butler on the left wing. Almost loses the handle on it. Now Tigers overloaded on the right side of the floor, but no matter. Crane puts up another one from the mid-range.
So those turnaround J's for Crane are pretty.
That may be a story of the season right there, Doty.
Be on the lookout.
16 seconds now to go. Pleasant Grove does not have to take a shot. And I believe Butler is just going to try to run the clock out as he has it knocked out of his hands. Little John once again showing no quit.
Diving bodies make plays.
You got to love that if you're a coach, man. It's unfortunate Coach Cross isn't still over there to see that.
He's probably watching on the stream.
He's watching on the stream. Coach Cross, shout out to you,
Coach
man.
Cross.
We get it. Very warranted.
It was a frustrating day.
It was a very frustrating day. And is Pleasant Grove going to run this one out, and that will do it here at Hawk Gymnasium. Your final score, Pleasant Grove 79, Texas High 58. Hawks come away with the victory. We'd like to thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a quick break, or we're going to end it there. Thank you for tuning in here at Texarkana Gameday to the stream tonight. For myself, Zach Doty, Gavin, Donovan, Alley, whole team here at Texarkana Gameday. Coach Cross, shout out to you, man. We'd like to bid you